Uh-oh, could Disney be bracing itself for a bomb with the upcoming Han Solo Star Wars spin-off movie? That's the rumor making the rounds on several pop culture websites right now. According to the rumor being perpetuated by a Disney insider via Screen Geek, Disney is allegedly preparing itself for the worst. Here's the rumor. Disney is bracing themselves for the Han Solo movie to bomb. They were worried about it before all the Last Jedi controversy, but now they're essentially writing Solo off. The lead actor, Alden Ehrenreich, can't act, and they had a dialogue coach on hand for all of his scenes. On top of that, the script is unworkable. It's going to be a car crash. Wow, that's pretty harsh. The article goes on to state that director Ron Howard had to extensively reshoot the film after the dubious exits of Phil Miller and Chris Lord from the Lego Movie. Midway through production, part of the blame is being shifted to the lead, Alden Ehrenreich, who sources claim isn't impressing Lucasfilm with his acting abilities. Now, to be fair, not everybody's going to be Harrison Ford, right? But if you're going to imitate Ford's most iconic role, then you'd better be pretty good. Now, what I've seen of Alden in other movies, he actually is pretty good, but I don't know if audiences are going to buy him as Harrison Ford's Han Solo. So that remains to be seen. Now, a lot of this backlash could come down to The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi has been a critical favorite. It's been doing very well financially, but the fans, well, they're really torn on it. If Disney is concerned, it may be with the audience reaction to the latest Star Wars film, The Last Jedi. Despite being a massive financial and critical hit, the film has fiercely divided the fandom and currently holds the lowest audience score of any live-action Star Wars film on review aggregate site Rotten Tomatoes. This is true. It's not doing very well on Rotten Tomatoes with audiences. A lot of people had an issue with how they portrayed Luke Skywalker. A lot of plot holes that were not addressed in from The Force Awakens. I mean, there were just a lot of issues with the movie that some fans really did not like, and this might impact future Star Wars movies. Could Disney be concerned that the negative feedback from The Last Jedi will affect the future box office take? Will it affect the franchise going forward? It's possible, but let's remember that the first cut of the original Star Wars was also a train wreck. A lot of things can go right or wrong in post-production. Is the rumor true? Well, the source of the rumor is anonymous and unverified. That seems to be the par for the course for the internet. The radio silence doesn't necessarily mean that Disney has little faith in Han Solo. I mean, let's remember with Rogue One, they really didn't ramp up their promotional efforts until after The Force Awakens had left theaters. But, we're not really seeing a whole lot. There have been some leaks, some images of what could be a poster or promotional art, but Disney's not really pushing this movie too hard yet. But I would expect to see a trailer sometime around the Super Bowl, maybe a little bit before. So where does that leave the movie? I mean, personally, I think Disney is in a very critical stage right now with Star Wars. They had a massive hit with The Force Awakens. A lot of fans seem to like that one. There were some old school fans that really didn't. They thought it was too much like A New Hope. But for the most part, the goodwill was there with The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi has absolutely split the fandom. Some people are calling it worse than the prequels. And Han Solo, given the drama behind the scenes, may be a bit of a risk. I mean, again, it's going to be really hard to imitate Harrison Ford. It is his most iconic role. So who knows? I mean, really, Star Wars is not going to go the way that the Marvel movies has gone. You can't just churn out a movie every year, I think. That's my personal opinion. I think they really, if Han Solo does not do well, I think Lucasfilm is going to have to take a step back and be like, hey, what's going to work for Star Wars? And that may just be a case of they go back to releasing a trilogy once every 10 years or so. So again, this is all premature. We don't know what to expect from the movie. But, the buzz has not been too terribly good, so I'm not sure what to think about it. What do you think? Comment below, and let us know what your thoughts are on the Star Wars Han Solo spinoff. Do you think it's going to be a good movie or not?